Hey guys, what's going on? Scott here at the Fergus channel, just coming at you with another video, and today we're going to open up some action figures, and these are McFarlane DC Multiverse. We spoke about these in the last video. They were some cheap pickups. They have been out for a while, so I thought they looked kind of cool. They were villains, and like I've said before, I've been trying to beef up my DC Multiverse villains and trying to get some of these figures that I want before I have a feeling that prices are going to start going up with these figures, especially depending on how Mattel does with the DC line whenever they come out with it. I don't know how I feel about that or what I'm going to do. It kind of sucks a little bit, to be honest, because it's just another wave of DC, just different, so different company. So I'm not real excited about any of that, but we'll see what happens. Maybe maybe it'll be cool. I don't know. So, but let's check out these boxes real quick and make this a short one today. All right, and here we are. We have Monarch, Justice League of America. He's a villain, obviously. We got some good artwork on the back there. Not a whole lot of info. DC Countdown. I never read that. Did I? I don't remember. We'll probably find out more once we get the card out. Mirror Master, I think I've seen this guy like one time in the animated show, in one of the animated movies. So back artwork, pretty cool on the back there. Obviously, he uses mirrors, I guess. I don't remember exactly how it works. I remember it from the animated animated movie. Vaguely remember seeing it. I don't even remember what it was in. I can't remember if it was Flashpoint or what it was in. Maybe I can... Somebody look it up on the internet and tell me. I would do it real quick on my internet here, but it's gone because my middle son took my daggum tablet and it's kind of made it his own, unfortunately, because my kids do have tablets, but my son lost his tablet. So I was super salty about it because you know how much tablets are. He obviously didn't do it on purpose, but he straight up lost it. And I have a feeling that he left it on the bumper of my truck, and I went to work the next day, and so it went flying somewhere. So I have no idea. So for the time being, I don't have my daggum information right here, so I can cheat a little bit. So, but anyways, I don't know where I was going with that, but so we can't really look up info real quick. But let's pop these open and check out the figures and see what we think. Alright guys, here we are. We got them both out of the package, and I'm telling you, opening two McFarlane DC Multiverse out of their traditional boxes with all the twist ties and the tape. Man, I broke a sweat. I'm over here like I got wet rings in my armpit and stuff like that. So, but we got the figures out. We got Monarch over here. We're going to check out the card real quick before we get into the figure. Real name, Nathaniel Adam. Nate Adam becomes the new incarnation of his main adversary, Monarch. He recruits an army to battle the Monitors, but is successfully opposed by a team of alternate Captain Adams. So this is the Captain Adam version, I'm guessing, from the way that's said there. I did look into a couple of comic book gurus that pretty much read everything and listen to some stuff. It was all over the place with this guy. So pretty interesting. It would have been cool to come up at a younger age reading comic books and getting into the stuff that went on in DC. I really wish I could have had more time in my earlier years to read more of the DC stuff from late 90s into early 2000 and stuff like that. There was some stuff I did, but man, whenever you start getting older and you're working, especially in the business I was in back then, I was restaurant management, so I was managing restaurants. If you know anything about that, that's no holidays, no weekends, minimum 55 hours a week most of the time, unless you could squeak out of there and had the help to take care of everything while you were gone. So it was definitely rough, and especially whenever I went to nights and was night managing. A lot of restaurants, are open late. So we opened more. It was more predominantly dinner. And, eventually in the company, they went to having lunch and dinner, and that's about the time I decided to skate out of there. But anyways, pretty cool stuff. This figure, like getting it out, I was like, man, this figure feels good. It's like bulky, and well, I mean, it's not super bulky, but it feels heavy. Like it's got some bulk to it, like thick legs, armor. We have all pins everywhere in this figure. He's double jointed everywhere too, surprisingly, even with all the business he's got. Legs aren't super huge, but pretty muscular looking outside the boot there. He's got the the ball joint at the abdominal area there, and then the ball at the waist feels like twist at the waist. All this is pretty soft plastic, pretty pliable. He doesn't really have a diaper. He has no butt. This man has no butt, so kind of weird. Whatever though. Head does turn a little limited with this armor that he has on, but the colors and everything, I think this, he's not like a huge A-list villain, I guess you could say, but it's a cool looking figure. I think the belt's cool, the boots, even the little knee pads with the yellow, the colors just go together really good. I think it looks really good. I think it'd be cool if you could kind of have him in like a jumping pose, kind of like jumping at someone. It would look really cool. So definitely going to go up on the villain shelf. Looks really good. Kind of makes me want to get a Captain Atom now. I've never had one. I've seen him. I think it was a classic, the DC classic maybe. Maybe I'm wrong. Pretty sure I've seen him on the shelf. Did not get him. Wish I did. But, you can wish in one hand and, with the other and see which one fills up first. So, great looking figure. Great pickup. I give that one, we'll say a 4.8 just because it's a cool looking figure, even though it's not super popular. It's just a good looking villain to have on their DC shelf, I think. So I could be wrong. Just comment down below what you think. So we got Mirror Master here. Real name Sam Scudder. Criminal Sam uses his code name Mirror Master. Wielding devices allowing him to power over reflective surfaces. He was an early member of Central City's Rogues. Villains employing themed high-tech weapons in their crimes. Mirror Master can emerge from any reflection surface and drag victims back into the mirror. That's what I was thinking happened, or what his power set would do. So the figure here comes with 2 guns. I kind of thought maybe they would have like some kind of mirror reflection kind of a little bit in the gun, but that they do not. And trying to get those guns in his hand, boy, we're going to have to put some heat on that sucker. So let's go ahead and just take that one out. Going to have to put some heat on the hand to get that trigger finger on there. He comes with the other one already on there. So the guns, like I said, don't have any reflective surface there. The figure itself, he's got a cool looking orange jumpsuit, I guess you could say, with a little bit of texture on the side there. You can kind of see this little neck piece. If you pop his head off, you can take that off. It does come up and down. Face sculpt looks really good with a little smirk. Has those, has more of the updated ankles on this one, even though it is kind of an older figure. The little gun flaps, I guess I don't know what he's hiding in there. Mirror pieces, maybe, I don't know, ammunition of some kind. We have no clue what's in these bags, so they don't come off. They're attached to the belt, which the belt is pretty well on. I don't think you're going to take that off. You possibly could. All pins in it as always. Toe bend. Feet look cool. I don't know why the boots, we'll say the boots look cool. So very muscular too. Abs have that movement, twist at the waist. Pretty cool. I mean, he's not a A-tier villain either, but it's cool to have another villain to put on the shelf. I can't remember, do any of y'all remember who his main superhero is? I'm thinking, is it the Flash or is it Green Arrow? He seems like he'd be a Flash or Green Arrow villain. Maybe more, maybe Flash. I don't know. Maybe Green Arrow. I could see him on the Arrowverse. He might have popped up on the Arrowverse for all I know. I can't remember. I think I watched up to getting into season 4 maybe. I know I did season 1 through 3 because I had those on DVD. So the figure, both these figures come with stands, DC stand, digital DC thing on that. We don't know nothing about the digital stuff. And the Mirror Master did come with 3 pairs of hands. He's got 4 pairs altogether if you count what's already on him. So he's got the gloved ones, then he's got the gloved triggers, and like I said, the other ones are gloved fists, and then the other ones are ungloved fists. So I don't know how you'd want to do it. I guess we could see what the glove looks like on him. See if we get the right hand on there. Let's see which one we like better. So now Oh yeah, I think we should go with the green, like the gloved hands. I think it'll look a lot better. For some reason, the bare hands is just not doing it for me. If that's all it would have came with, I'd been like, oh, okay, well, that's all we get. So we'll see if he'll go on his stand. All of a sudden, I got the sniffles. I don't know where that came from. So let's see if we can get him on his stand there. See how he's going to do. I think we're doing good. And then we'll get Monarch and see how his stand is going to go. I'm about to freaking just sneeze. I know it's coming. I'm going to be mad. And his stand is really tight. So, see if we can't get a certain look here. I don't know. He's really tight in his stand. So, just letting y'all know that. The only one thing about the Monarch figure is his ankle tilt only goes back so far because of the way the boots are. So that's going to be a little bit limiting in that area. But other than that, let's see. I was trying to get somewhat of a little bit of a pose going. Just a little quick one there. I don't know if you can see that very well. But they go on the stand pretty easy peasy. They stand really well too. I figure this Monarch, even without the stand with these big feet he's got, he's going to stand really good. So, but yep, that's kind of it, guys. Just comment down below, what do you think? Were these already in your collection? Or did you think about getting them and you didn't because you didn't want to pay the price? Well, I'm telling you, if you go in some GameStops, you'll see these guys in there and they're pretty cheap. So, like always, like and subscribe, and y'all have a good one.
Hate us because they ain't us.
Exactly. They hate us because they ain't us. That's a great saying, okay?
Hate us because they ain't us!
They hate us because they ain't us.